Welcome, everyone. I want you to start by visualizing a scenario that almost all of us have experienced at least once. You're walking down the street, you pull your smartphone out of your pocket, and slip, it tumbles to the concrete. You hold your breath, pick it up, and there it is, a spiderweb of cracks across your screen. Normally, this means a very expensive trip to the repair shop. But what if you could just set your phone down on your desk, go to sleep, and wake up the next morning to find the screen completely smooth, flawless, and whole again? Sounds like science fiction, right? Sounds like magic. But it's not magic. It is the very real, rapidly evolving science of self-healing materials. Today, we are going to dive deep into this fascinating world. To understand self-healing materials, we first need to look at the greatest engineer in the universe, Mother Nature. The concept of self-healing is rooted in a field called biomimicry, the design and production of materials, structures, and systems that are modeled on biological entities and processes. Think about your own body. When you accidentally cut your finger, you don't have to go to a mechanic to get patched up. Your body immediately senses the damage. Platelets rush to the site to clot the blood, forming a scab, and over the next few days, new cells generate to repair the skin. Your biological material heals itself. For centuries, the artificial materials we created, metals, plastics, concrete, ceramics, were entirely static. If a concrete bridge cracks, the crack grows until it fails or until a human intervenes to patch it. Self-healing materials are synthetic substances designed to automatically and autonomously repair damage to themselves without any external human diagnosis or human intervention. They are smart materials that can recover their structural integrity and original functionality after suffering from mechanical wear and tear, thermal damage, or microcracking. Now, how exactly do we make a piece of plastic or a block of concrete act like living skin? Material scientists have developed a few brilliant strategies. Let's break them down, starting from the most intuitive method to the deeply molecular. Strategy 1. The Band-Aid approach, extrinsic self-healing. The first major breakthrough in self-healing materials is what we call extrinsic healing. Extrinsic means the healing agent is an external addition, deliberately embedded into the host material during manufacturing. Imagine you are baking a chocolate chip cookie, but instead of chocolate chips, you mix in millions of microscopic water balloons filled with a powerful liquid glue. These balloons are actually microcapsules. Here is how the process works. The embedding. During the manufacturing of a polymer, like a plastic or a resin, millions of tiny capsules containing a liquid healing agent are mixed in. Alongside these capsules, a chemical catalyst is also distributed throughout the material. The trigger. When a microcrack begins to form in the material, the mechanical stress of the crack tears open the microcapsules in its path. The release and cure. The liquid healing agent spills out into the crack via capillary action. As it flows, it comes into contact with the embedded catalyst. This contact triggers a chemical reaction, causing the liquid to polymerize, essentially hardening and gluing the cracks shut from the inside. This method is fantastic for preventing catastrophic failures in structural composites. However, it has one major limitation. Once a microcapsule is broken and its glue is used, that specific spot cannot heal itself a second time. It is a one-time use per location. Strategy 2. The vascular approach. To solve the one-time use problem, scientists look back at biology, specifically our cardiovascular system. Instead of isolated microcapsules, researchers have created materials with continuous, interconnected microvascular networks, essentially artificial veins. These tiny, hollow channels run throughout the material and are connected to a central reservoir of healing fluid. When a crack occurs, it ruptures the channels. The fluid bleeds into the crack, hardens, and heals the damage. Because the channels are connected to a larger reservoir, healing fluid can continually be pumped to the site of the damage, allowing the material to heal multiple times in the exact same spot. Strategy 3. The Lego block approach, intrinsic self-healing. Now let's go deeper. What if we don't want to rely on embedded capsules or tubes at all? What if the material itself, on a molecular level, inherently wants to repair itself? This is known as intrinsic self-healing. To understand this, we have to look at chemistry. Most plastics and polymers are held together by strong, permanent covalent bonds. Once you break them, they stay broken. Intrinsic self-healing materials use dynamic bonds or reversible chemical reactions. Think of traditional materials like a jigsaw puzzle that has been superglued together. If you break it, the pieces are ruined. Intrinsic self-healing materials are more like Lego blocks. These materials are designed using non-covalent interactions like hydrogen bonding, ionic interactions, or metal-ligand coordination, or dynamic covalent bonds. Hydrogen bonding. Some experimental polymers use dense networks of hydrogen bonds. When a material is cut, the molecules on either side of the cut are chemically desperate to reconnect. If you push the two severed pieces back together, the hydrogen bonds reform, seamlessly knitting the material back into a single solid piece at room temperature. Stimuli-responsive healing. Sometimes these intrinsic materials need a little push. They might require a specific stimulus, like a blast of heat, exposure to UV light, or a change in pH, to activate the dynamic bonds and trigger the molecular mobility required for the material to heal. So we have the science. But why does this matter? How is this going to change our world? Let's look at some powerful real-world applications where this technology is making the leap from the laboratory to our daily lives. 1. Self-healing concrete. Rebuilding our infrastructure. Concrete is the most widely used construction material on Earth, but it has a fatal flaw. It cracks under tension. Water seeps into these microcracks, rusts the internal steel rebar, and eventually causes bridges, buildings, and roads to collapse. Enter bioconcrete. Scientists have developed concrete that heals its own cracks using bacteria. When mixing the concrete, they add dormant bacillus bacteria and a food source, like calcium lactate, encapsulated in biodegradable plastic. The bacteria can lie dormant in the dry concrete for decades. When a crack forms and rainwater seeps in, the moisture dissolves the capsules, waking up the bacteria. The bacteria consume the calcium lactate and excrete limestone, calcium carbonate, as a byproduct. This limestone fills the crack completely, sealing it against further water damage. Imagine bridges that fix their own structural flaws, saving billions of dollars in infrastructure maintenance globally. 2. Automotive and aerospace industries. Vehicles endure incredible wear and tear. In the automotive industry, manufacturers are already experimenting with self-healing clear coats for car paint. If a shopping cart scratches your car, the heat from the sun activates the dynamic polymers in the paint, causing them to reflow and visually erase the scratch. In aerospace, the stakes are much higher. A microscopic crack in the fuselage of an airplane or a spacecraft can lead to disastrous depressurization. By integrating microcapsule or vascular self-healing resins into the carbon fiber composites used to build airplanes, we can create aircraft that autonomously seal microfractures mid-flight, drastically increasing safety and extending the lifespan of the aircraft. 3. Consumer electronics and wearables. We return to our initial example, the smartphone. While completely self-healing glass screens are still highly experimental, we are seeing massive strides in self-healing protective films, phone cases, and internal circuitry. Furthermore, as the world moves toward flexible electronics and wearable health monitors, self-healing conductors are becoming crucial. Imagine a flexible biosensor worn on the skin that stretches and bends with your movements. If the internal conductive wire snaps due to overstretching, a self-healing polymer matrix can reconnect the broken circuit, ensuring the device never loses functionality. This extends the life of our electronics and significantly reduces global e-waste. As incredible as this all sounds, we must also look at the reality of where the technology currently stands. We are not living in a utopia just yet. There are significant hurdles that material scientists are actively trying to overcome. Cost and scalability. Manufacturing complex microcapsules, vascular networks, or precisely engineered dynamic polymers is expensive. Scaling this up from a small laboratory sample to mass-producing self-healing concrete for a 10-mile highway requires massive industrial innovation. Healing time. While biological skin takes days to heal, industrial materials often need to heal instantly to prevent structural collapse. Speeding up the chemical kinetics of the healing process is a major area of research. Mechanical strength. Sometimes, a material that is highly flexible and capable of dynamic self-healing is inherently softer and weaker than traditional, rigid materials. Balancing absolute structural strength with the ability to self-repair is the holy grail of this field. To wrap up, self-healing materials represent a fundamental shift in how we interact with the physical world. We are moving away from the era of make, use, break, and throw away. Instead, we are entering an era of resilience, an era where our cities, our vehicles, and our devices possess the biological elegance to maintain themselves. From tiny microcapsules acting as localized band-aids, to smart polymers that reconnect like magnetic puzzle pieces, to bacteria silently patching our bridges with limestone. This technology is a testament to human ingenuity inspired by nature. Thank you for your time, and I'll see you in the next video.